I was expecting a standing ovation. Lazy fucks. What's going on, everybody? Good. He was talking about somebody was offended, and I know you've heard a lot of dick and pussy and masturbation jokes, so I'm gonna keep it nice and simple and mature. If you guys are cool with that. Yeah. So my favorite porn site is it's a site called Backroom Casting Couch.
I know that one.
Now, for any of you women who don't know what that is, and for all you men who are pretending not to know what that is, it's a site where basically women go to meet with a producer in the adult film industry. And there's two parts of the video. The first part is an interview where the producer, interviews the young lady, and then the second part is they have sex. And I shit you not, the most fascinating part of that entire video is the interview. The interview's amazing. They always ask the same questions, and the best question is when he asks her, "So, what do you think you'll be doing in an adult film?" And they always give the same answer. It's always like, "I don't know. Maybe like fucking, sucking dick." And the producer says like, "Oh, well that's right." And then he begins to tell them what they're going to be doing in adult films. And then at the end he always tells them, "You'll be doing anal." And she's like, "I don't know about that. I only tried it once." And he backs it up by saying, "Well, producers and directors really want to see that." That's how he sells it. Producers and directors really want to see that. And it's funny because, Gavin and talked to Rachel. We work for a DNA diagnostics lab. We interview candidates. There's no way we could get away with that interview process. Okay? Like, we can't bring in a candidate and sit them down on a disgusting black leather couch. Yeah, you can Purell that thing all you want. It's still a disgusting black leather couch. And we can't ask them, "So what do you think you're going to be doing in a lab?" I don't know, like science. Well, that's right. Yeah. So some of the things you'll be doing is you'll learn how to aliquot DNA, so you can run it through the machines. You're going to learn how to use our robots, so they can get they can sequence the DNA. You'll work within our bioinformatics system, so we can get proper results for proper analysis. You'll be doing anal. Lab directors really want to see that. They want to see that you'll go the extra mile. We can't do that in our lab, but it just it won't work. Who had a productive day today? Anybody? I did not. It was fantastic. I didn't do shit today. I stayed home and I binge watched my favorite TV show, Beyond Scared Straight. You guys ever watch that show?
Yes, sir.
What's that show? Something? What's that show about? Yeah, you're high. Never mind. Go for it.
It's about a bunch of kids that get fucked up and they go to jail and they fuck them up there too.
That's the exact way the TV guy describes it. Yeah, they take these kids to prison and try and scare them straight. And my favorite part of every episode is they always have one convict that looks badass and talks badass and acts badass, but his crime doesn't really match. He's always like, "I got a stab wound! I'm the baddest motherfucker here! You mess with me, I'll make you my bitch!" And then the caption will read, "Stab wound's doing 14 months for tax fraud." Real G's don't declare cash tips. They don't declare cash tips. That's a known fact. Like, that show's like a microcosm of everything that's going on in the world. Like Trump and the NRA want to give guns to teachers. They want to give guns to underpaid, overworked, underappreciated county employees in order to prevent school shootings. Was anyone like me when they heard that? You tried to think of what teacher you had in school would have been the one to shoot you? For me, it would have been my 7th grade PE teacher, no doubt. There's no way that man watching me try to do a sit-up would not have pushed him over the edge. One sit-up! What? One sit-up! Next thing you know, my old page in the yearbook. It's crazy. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ray Ugula. Little bit about me, I'm amazing at eating pussy. Of course I am. Anything with the word eat in it, you know I'm going to be an expert. I recently found out what thirst trapping is. Anyone know what that is?
Nope.
Thirst trapping is when you take provocative pictures of yourself and you post them online in hopes of getting positive comments. I didn't realize that's what it was called. The police told me it was called evidence. And now I'm banned from that school's message board. So. Those kids were dicks. It's amazing. This is wild. Wow, this is headlining here. I've been coming here for a year. It's been a while right now. I've been doing stand-up 14 months now, and I've been thinking about like how I started. My first performance was at a place called Fire Station 1 in Silver Spring. A show run by a guy named Alex Starr. And how I got on that show was I went there to watch a friend perform. And Alex was working the door. I go up there, he goes, it'll be $10 to get in, I give him 20. He goes, hey, I don't have change right now, can I hit you up later? And I'm like, yeah, cool. And he goes, are you a comic? And I said, yeah, but I'm trying to be, but I'm not here to perform tonight. And he goes, great, you're on third. And that's how I got on the first time. And since that time, I have performed over 200 times. I've been in New York, Baltimore, Virginia, South Carolina, I mean, just all up and down, here many times. And, you know, it may not seem like much, but it's cool that I'm here headlining Second Chance Saloon, a place that I've grown to love. And through all of that, I've yet to get my change back from Alex. Which I think is a microcosm of being a comedian, really. I mean, that pretty much sums up everything we're doing. The comics got that far better than any audience here. We're all broke. But at the same time, it's like, I wanna put in perspective, because the guy that played Screech headlines comedy shows too. Dustin Diamond, yeah. Have any of you ever seen him perform? Dustin Diamond? He comes off as very bitter. I mean, I can't imagine why. He's only been called Screech his entire adult life. You know, all because of some shitty fucking television show that he was forced to be on when he was 12. I mean, that show was terrible. And I don't mean just in quality. I mean, it was really bad in quality. But just, you know, I think that show did a lot of damage because it really sent mixed messages to kids. Because, yeah, they would do episodes about, like, not doing drugs and not drinking. And they would also do episodes about being tolerant of other races and cultures. Unless you were smart and a little strange. And then what did they call you? Well, they called you a nerd. And they were vicious to the nerds. Downright vicious to the nerds. You know, there would be an episode where it's like, Zach is talking to his friends, he's like, wow, gang, we really learned something today. We learned that all races are due respect. And we should be tolerant of all people, of all creeds. Because being tolerant is cool, isn't it, gang? And Screech would be like, that's right, Zach, shut the fuck up, nerd! You're a fucking nerd! Lisa Turtle will never fuck you. She will never fuck you! You guys remember that episode? was a very special episode. It's the one where Zach told Screech to shut the fuck up and that he never fucked Lisa Turtle and spit in his face. I think if you'd watch it, you'd remember it. It was pretty cool. I've been doing some traveling. Yeah. Recently went to California. Can I tell you guys about my trip to California? Yeah. So it was wild. So, basically I hopped off a plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan. I was like, welcome to the land of fame and success. I really hope I fit in. I jumped in a cab because I was there for the first time. I looked to my right and I saw the Hollywood sign. I was like, this is all so crazy. Everybody looks so famous. But then my tummy started tossing and I felt kind of homesick. I was feeling too much pressure and I was nervous. But that's when the taxi man turned on the radio and a Jay-Z song was on. And a Jay-Z song was on. And a Jay-Z song was on. So I threw my hands up because they're playing my song. The butterflies, they fly away. I was nodding my head like, yeah. And moving my hips like, yeah. I got my hands up, they're playing my song. I know everything is going to be okay. Because, yeah. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. It's a party in the USA. True story. There's a second part to that story I'm not going to tell you guys. Basically involved people looking at me and like, who's that chick rocking kicks? I can tell you that throughout the entire trip, my hips were in fact moving like yeah. Yes, that's right. My wonderful childbearing hips. There's some beautiful women here tonight. Give it up for the ladies, guys. I've been thinking a lot about women lately. I've been thinking about like the female orgasm. Because the female orgasm really is an amazing thing, isn't it? Like, it's a beautiful thing to watch. It's just amazing. There's two reasons for that. One, it's very rare. It's not like unicorn rare. It's more like snow leopard rare. It's also, I also impressed with it because it's like an all body experience. Like when a woman orgasms, she still has blood in her brain. She's got to focus. You know, she knows he ain't gonna do shit. She's got to focus. She's got to keep it in mind. When a guy comes, there's no blood up in his brain. It's just bad. Really, when you watch a guy come, you're just watching brain cells die. That's it. You are just, that's why you never see a guy stand right up after coming, right? He will be very disoriented. What year is it? I think that's why guys get senile when they get older. They just killed all their brain cells. Might explain why I'm getting smarter as I get older. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were going to line up to fuck me after the show. Aww. Yeah. That was an unsympathetic aww. Look at the bright side. I think at this rate, in 10 years, I'll be able to cure AIDS. Pretty sure I'll be able to. But, it sucks, too, because, women don't like nice guys. They don't. Right, ladies? You don't like nice guys.
That's right.
Yeah. One honest woman in the entire room. The rest of us like, no, my guy's really nice.
I'm a piece of shit.
All right, let's talk to Grizzly Adams over here. I just want to make sure you're a human. I really didn't think you were a bear they shaved down. Holy fuck, dude. So you're friends with Rachel?
Yes.
Okay. I thought maybe she was a bodyguard you hired. Oh, goodness gracious. It's crazy. I heard that Elon Musk is trying to develop a sex robot, and I really hope he fails. Because it's bad enough real women want nothing to do with me. There's not enough booze and drugs and therapy in the world to get me through a robot telling me that it's programming doesn't let it think about me that way. That shit ain't gonna fly, you know? But another thing I think about a lot is I think about the racism in the world. It's so prevalent. You can't miss it. Which, we shouldn't ignore it. You know, the difference between now and in the past is with social media, it's just really up in your face. You really can't miss it. And not only are we seeing horrible acts of racism, we're seeing silly acts of racism. Like, how many of you remember that video of those two guys barbecuing in Oakland, California? You guys remember that? Yeah. They were barbecuing. They were barbecuing next to a lake in Oakland, and they started shit. That's stupid, right? Over what? They were barbecuing. That video did show me something, though. It did show me that I would be a terrible racist. And I don't mean like I'd be a bad person. I would just be really bad as a racist. Because there's no way my racism would not be trumped by my love of barbecue. There's no way. What are you guys doing? You can't be doing that shit here! You got a lot of nerve! Are those ribs? Yes, I want one! Do you have potato salad? Preferably made with white potatoes. I don't understand racism personally. I don't understand hating someone for the color of their skin. It's silly. It makes no sense. We're all the same. We're all just people trying to live our lives the best we can. I particularly don't understand stereotypes. Because stereotypes are never real. You know, they're never true. They saw some person of a certain race do a certain thing at a certain time, and they convey that to their entire race to try and keep those people down. Like, we can all agree that not all Asians are bad drivers, right? This would be a good time for you to chime in on that. We can all agree that not all Latinos are here illegally, right? We can all agree that not all black guys have big dicks, right? Right? Please? Is that one true? Is that one true? I take it back. I totally understand why racism exists. I mean, I'm still very much against it. But let's face it, that dick thing's a game changer. I appreciate you being humble, though, man. No, seriously. I asked him if it was true, and he just said yeah. He could have been like, nope. Thank you, sir. And, you know, there's a lot of people trying to harken back to an older time. Back when, you know, especially the right wingers, they want to harken back to when things were good. Things were really good. And, you know, they talk about the past. But the thing is, things weren't really that good. I take it back. If you were a straight white male, things were awesome. If you were anything but that, you were a straight white male, Stephen. Don't clap for that. But you know, anything outside of that, times weren't that great. Like, do you remember the Pepperidge Farm commercials? Everybody know what Pepperidge Farm is? The cookies? Yeah. So they used to have commercials with an old man sitting on a porch in New Hampshire talking about the good old days with his New Hampshire accent. And the tagline was, "Because Pepperidge Farm remembers." You guys remember that? So he would talk about, Remember when cookies were homemade? We do, because Pepperidge Farm remembers. Let's balance that out. Let's balance it out. The good with the bad. Remember when blacks were considered cheap labor? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
It's cool how they pick shit apart. For real.
Remember when you were cool with your son spending the night with a priest? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Remember when pussy grabbing was a way to teach a woman she was doing a hell of a job? Pepperidge Farm definitely remembers. Yes, they do. You guys have been great. You guys give yourself a round of applause. And I also want to give up for Steve Tracy. He's doing an amazing job. It's hard being a comic, man. It's hard, because we do this. There's no money in it. It's why I admire comics, because they come out on stage and they expose themselves. They expose all their fears and their flaws and everything wrong with them. And they do it just to bring a little bit of joy to people's lives, just for a couple minutes. And I think it's such a brave thing. It's such an amazing thing. So, let me tell you, all the comics here, everywhere, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. And I hope you guys in the audience feel the same way. I really do. I feel the same way about strippers. But I'm going to keep my clothes on because, unlike this guy, I can't do this. That's very impressive of you, sir. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Mr. Tracy, come to the microphone. You guys have a great night, all right? Give it up for Ray Ubala.